Hello everybody, my name is KingStix and I have a coaching video for you guys on this Warwick player. I believe he is silver or bronze. He's not placed yet, but he's playing against silver and bronze players. Let's see how he does. So you started out with the right items. I'm happy about that. It looks like you're going to try to cheese them. I like that, especially against someone like a Jax. You should be able to destroy him in the first couple of levels because you have a bunch of sustain. And your Q will chunk him really hard. So you come up, right timing, good job, you waited, patient, auto attack, pulled it into the bush, good move, started Q, also great. So you played the early game perfectly, but you needed to lay your ward right here in the bush. Whenever you leave, you want to lay it here, that way when they walk up, you know whether you'll be able to see how much CS they have by pressing tab. You can also see what buffs they have, so you'll know he's done his blue buff most likely. And you can tell what camps he's done by his CS count. And then if he walks straight up like this, then you know he's going to these or ganking top. And if he goes this way, you know he's coming to get you at your blue, go to your red, or gank mid. So it's really important that you figure out where he's going. So he should have laid ward. Looks like you figured that out a little late. You laid over the wall. So if he actually walks this way, you might not see him theoretically. So if he walks right here, you won't see him, and then he'll just walk away and you wouldn't have known. Gonna do red, good. You still have your smite. If you weren't gonna do Gromp, I would have suggested smiting your blue, but I usually do blue into Gromp really quick with my smite. Okay, you use your smite now on that. You got both your buffs. You're level 3. Now that level 3, you need to be looking for ganks, so I'd go bot or mid right now. Go to call, low on health. Okay, that was good activation time on your E. You waited till you were close enough to attack her, and then you activated it. Good job. Auto attack. Kill Leona, good job. Good flash. I'm glad you flashed there because that was such a free kill. If you didn't flash, you might have gotten away. Well played. I'm happy with how you handled that. You didn't panic, you didn't waste your flash early, you just came up behind him and did what you needed to do. How much gold do you have? Okay, so you got your T-mat now. Whenever I get my T-mat, I try to go straight for my golems and raids or raids and golems. So right now, if you want to gank mid, you should have gone to golems, raids, and then gone mid. Or if you want to gank bot, you should go raids, golems, then go bot. Because now that you have T-mat, you want to clear your big camps. Clear it, you're like, I don't really want to do golems that much. You see Jax here. I'd probably come. He wastes his flash. You're doing scuttle. Can't really gank bot because of how they're pushing. Tristana automatically pushes because of her explosive auto attacks. You come over here anyways. Bit of a waste of time. If you don't think you can get a kill, there's really no point of even coming. You W to get to them, and you activate your E. Look, Lulu's over here and Tristana DC'd, so what are you going to do? Fight them 1v2? You're just wasting your time. Since you couldn't do anything here, you should have just gone over to your golems and done those instead. You might actually die here. Yeah, you die. You felt like, since I'm the jungler, I have to gank. If it's a bad gank, don't do it. Just go farm, because you're just putting yourself and your team farther behind. Diana gets a kill on Victor. I'm not quite sure why you came to this side of the map. Tristana was still AFK, and you can't really fight them 2v2 and get a kill. So if I were you, what I would have done was go over here, farm up, work my way down, and get all my camps to try to get level 6 and then gank. You're going to try to solo dragon, even though you ADC or support is in bot lane. Too risky. The only time you do this is if your mid laner has it shoved in like this, and if your bot lane is shoving, or at least has it in the middle. But your bot lane wasn't even here, so that was way too risky. Without pressure, you can't do things like soloing dragon. Okay, you're going to come up behind Camille. I like using the plant because it gets you there quicker. I would activate my W right about now to speed up to get her. Okay, you finally press it. And you guys can't get him. You really need to get level 6. Bot lane's still feeding. You really need to get your buffs, get your level 6 so you can gank properly. Ult right on her. That wasn't a bad ult. You queued with her, which was great. You followed her through ult. I'd fear him off. Great move. You saved your Quinn. I'd stay on him. Well played, my man. Well played. You kept Quinn alive and attached to her, to Camille when she ulted. Very good. I'd come down here, pick up red and my golems, then back. You decide you want to gank. Q through him, E. I'm really glad you Q through her. Whenever they're moving away from you, always Q through them with your E on. You played that perfectly. You feared her this way. Everything worked great. Well played, my man. Alright, yeah, break the pink ward, and then as you're breaking it, like auto attack move this way, auto attack move this way, like motion, make him think that you're just gonna leave. But if you stand right here, then he's gonna think you might stay. So you want him to think that you're leaving, and then you can loop back around here and come up behind him. You decide that you want scuttles. You really like scuttles, but you hate taking your golems. So whenever you take raptors and gank bot, after that, that's a really good time to take your golems and then just back. Your ultimate is up, so you could probably make something happen here. She's less than half HP. Don't use your ult. Get up on her. Make her use a dash before you ult, because she could easily dodge it. Okay, you activated your E way too early there. You were all the way over here, and she was over here, and you activated your E before you were even in Q range. Wait till you're in auto attack or Q range before you activate your E, because look, she just flashed. Now your fear is going to be completely wasted. You flash 2, you end up getting it off, which is good. At this point, I would probably ult since I'm already on her and she blew her flash. You decide, oh, no, I don't gotta ult. Well played. You hold on to your ult, which is great. Now you can go use it on a different lane. You knew how much damage you could do and how much you could take. You played it well. But I will say, like I said, you activated your E way too soon and forced yourself to have to use your flash. Using your ultimate is a lot better than having to use your flash. So for example there, if you would have held on to your E right here, when she was right here, you could have finished chasing her down since you had a speed up bonus, not have to flash to use your E, just chase her down, fear her, and ult her. But instead you had to burn your flash, which your flash has a much longer cooldown than your ultimate. Right now, since he just killed Jax, I'd probably go into jungle and take his shit. Diana killed him and she doesn't have red buff. And you know his red buff should be coming up right about now, so I'd definitely go in his jungle. Looks good. Taking his raptors. I'd go to his red, but decided not to. Your ultimate is up. Now you decide you're going to go to his red. You're a little late. Whenever you do shit like this and you're a little late on it, you need to keep a close eye on the minimap. So for example, right when you went to the red, Camille disappeared. So that's red flags right there. And Victor's not here, so that's red flags. Alright, she's actually not coming for you. That's shocking. She's going for the Diana. Luckily, she did just pass you. I thought for sure she was going to come and get you, but things got really lucky for you. So you walked this way. That was a really bad idea. You already saw Camille walk this way. So odds are she's over here trying to get Diana. By walking this way, you should have figured Jax was going to come for his red buff. Now you're going to be in a really weird spot. He activates his E, and you're dead. Whenever you're low on health like that and you don't know where the enemies are, after you get the buff, just get out. You don't want to linger in that kind of situation. Your ultimate is up, Dragon's up, and you see Jax top. You could probably solo it right now. I understand there's 3 of them right here. Odds are they're gonna back. I'd hit this, pop a ward, and try to take it. If they come, then I'll just run away. Alright, smart move. You're trying to take it because you saw Jax top. Great, you get the dragon. That was a smart time to take it. Earlier when you tried it, you didn't know where like any of the enemies were. Your bot lane wasn't even bot lane. They were at base. And your mid lane wasn't even hitting the turret. So it was a really bad spot. Your ultimate is up. You activate W. Just chase her down and make her feel very uncomfortable. After she ults, then you ult. For example, if you waited, she would have started to panic and she would have fired it. If you ulted in midair, when her ult hits you in midair, it won't do anything to you. You'll still take the damage from it, but it won't stun you, and you'll still hit her and do all your stuff. Now you go in on her. Luckily, you do Q through her, and she misses her ult, so well played on your part. You activate E, get off the fear, auto attack, well played. Like I said, though, put yourself in their shoes and imagine how uncomfortable they are with you going fast on her. She didn't turn to hit you or anything, so just hold on to your ult until she goes to fire her ultimate next time. And you can negate her ult stun that way. You did get lucky with your Q going through her. That's when she happened to fire her ult, so well played. Jax is coming, and Camille's kind of fed. Jax is kind of fed. And you're under a turret without ultimate or mana. I would back off and move to the left and converge on the Jax. Camille comes. You guys are just kind of walking around. I would have left by now. In reality, why stay? You can't take the turret. They're under the turret, and there's more of them than there are you. You guys should just be running away. You're already moving, but Lulu lingered. She might get caught. Nope. All right, you're good. For now, I'll just go to my jungle, clear out golems. I don't think you've touched them yet. Take red, and then do raptors. Nope. You really don't like taking golems, my man. Your ultimate's coming up here in a second. If you do go, you need to wait till it's like 4v4 or until they dive you under turret. Oh wow, that's not good. When you were right here and they're kind of doing a lot of damage to you, just keep backing away. And if they go in on you or do something, press your E and just keep running. But you went in 3v4, you engaged when there's only 3 of you here and 4 of them here, and you weren't even under the turret. You just like attacked them. Very bad idea. You really need Diana to be there to do that, or Quinn. Your build looks good. I like your mobility boots. It's going to give you a lot more pressure early game. I like how you went for Bramble Vest, but now you're trying to finish your Titanic Hydra. Bramble Vest is the most important aspect of Thornmail because it gives you the grievous wounds applied on auto attacks. Pretty much everything you need against the AD carry so she doesn't heal off of you. Clearing out Raptors once again. Your ultimate isn't up, so you really shouldn't be looking for a gank right now. Warwick without, unless they're pushed, or if you have your ultimate, it's really hard to gank. You blow your flash, I mean, you're in a bad spot. I would have just queued through the, whenever you're in that situation, try to queue through the minion and get away. Alright, so you try kind of trading gold here. You get 2 kills, luckily. 2 for 1. You're just over ganking. Your ultimate is up and they're not even pushed, and you try to chase them down like that. I would have just done my golems and waited for my ult to come up. Got a kill on Ashe. Good job. She was low on health. Your ultimate is up. You could ult through this, by the way. I guess you don't want to since Camille's over here. That's fine. Right about now, you guys are behind. So you need to be focusing on getting Tristana as much gold as possible because she's how you guys are going to kill the Camille and Leona consistently. Dragon's coming up here pretty soon, so you need to be making your way towards it. I wouldn't really hang around Baron too much right now unless you guys get more than 2 kills because they can just stop you. So I'd probably solo the Dragon right now and let my teammates contest the Baron. Leona comes in. Whenever they drop an ult like that, you need to get good at realizing when you're going to get hit by a CC and what you're going to do about it. So when she dropped that ultimate, you either needed to ult and engage or activate your E to take less damage. Because if Victor turns on you guys right now while you're stunned, you're going to take a fudge load of damage. Let's see what happens. Luckily, they don't drop any loads on you. You ult Jax while he has his E on, so you do 0 damage to him. Make sure you don't ult him while he has his E on because your ultimate counts as an auto attack essentially, and he'll block the whole thing. You die. Very unfortunate. Try to ult Victor next time in the fight, or at least pill for the Tristana. You need to be really careful though with the Jax because he can block pretty much everything from you with just his E. You have to wait it out and wait till he uses it, and then ult him after if that's who you want to ult. Your best bet is to use the fear on the Jax and ult on the Victor. Or on the Ashe, whichever one you can get to. Pushing out bot lane. Look, they're all up here. You really shouldn't be over here. Because if 2 of you are bot, especially since you're the jungler, they could have just done Baron if they had half a brain. Whenever Baron's up like that, you need to hover around mid. That way you can contest. Ashe is out of position. You ult her, that's fine. You got the pick. You probably didn't need to ult there, but since you guys got the kill, it's definitely worth. There's not much you can do off of this since you are still technically behind. You just have to wait till they dive you or until you keep getting picks. So I would go do my Gromp right now probably. UW, you're going to try to chase someone down. Nah. Looking in the jungle for some spare bones. Push out the wave. You need to stay away from the bot lane because if your teammates die right here, they can just take Baron since you're bot. Teammates get engaged on. It looks like they're kind of getting away. I would go on the Camille to get her off the Tristana. You need to peel for the Tristana. Waste your E. You land the ult, but it wasn't that useful since Tristana wasn't in range to attack, so you definitely weren't going to get the kill. And you do go down. At that point, whenever Tristana was kind of getting away, if I were you, I would have just left or not have used my ult, because you should have known that you weren't going to get a kill there with how far away Tristana was. It's just whatever. Over chasing is all. Jax goes in, blows up Tristana. Very unfortunate. Since the enemy team and your team are both high damage and neither one of you really have a proper tank, your best bet is to, after you get your Thornmail, get a Locket and a Knight's Vow. That way you can easily win these fights. One good Locket against their team and they shouldn't be able to win a team fight. You're looking for a pick right now. Don't go in on the Leona unless she's all by herself. You didn't really go damage Warwick, so you can't jump in one-on-one because you don't know if their teammates are there, you'll die. If you went damage Warwick, you can kind of do it because you can kill them fast enough. Good ultimate, you waited till his E was over. Stayed on him, auto attack Q, well done. Since you are behind, it's good that you're playing safe and waiting for them to make mistakes like with what Jax did. But you have to do whenever your team is behind. So you just kill Jax, the enemy team is walking over here for some reason. This should be a free Baron. You should be over here doing it with your team though. I'm not quite sure what you're doing. You guys get the Baron thankfully, and the enemy team was dicking around near Dragon. You guys should fight this right now. Jax is dead. Like, you just went back while you saw them right here and they were attacking your team and you recalled. Never do that whenever it's 5v4. There's 5 of you and there's only 4 of them because Jax is dead. That would have been such an easy fight. Gotta keep your eyes open for that kind of stuff. Your ultimate is now up. You're going to go for the dragon. A little risky. If Jax comes, you're going to be in a bit of trouble. He comes. He smites it. I would probably ult him right now. Whenever I saw the Jax run away and Victor kept moving, I would have ulted him since Tristana was with me. You guys could have bursted him down really quick. Victor doesn't have cleanse either, so you definitely could have done that. Ult the Ashe, great ultimate. Tristana follows up. You queued on the Ashe immediately after your ultimate. Well played, my man. You know the mechanic properly. Turn on the Victor, kill him. That was a great pick on your part. Since you didn't hesitate, you probably just won the game for your team. Jax goes in because he's retarded. Leona goes in because she's trying to help him. For some reason, Camille's walking past your whole team. I'm not quite sure what's going on right now. This is madness. And you guys really should win the game off this. That should be a game-winning play. You should be able to take this inhibitor and break down their turrets. Yeah. That's it. Alright, so I'm going to go over some of the main things that I saw, the biggest mistakes. Now, the biggest mistake I saw in this game is you didn't really ever touch top lane. This is an obvious kill lane. Quinn against Camille. They're both high damage. Neither one has that much CC. And they snowball really hard. Whoever gets ahead is just going to keep dominating. I would have focused more on my top lane in this situation. Since, like I said, it's a kill lane, I would have gone there more often. Secondly, I wouldn't have spent as much time bot. There were several situations where Ashe and Leona were right here. You weren't even level 6 and you were like kept running at them. If you don't have ultimate, and if Tristana is not even in lane, like you can't fight them 1v2. So if you're in a situation where you know you can't get a kill and it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Just come over here, farm a camp, get level 6. Or farm a camp and then go to a different lane. But don't put yourself in a situation where you're making a horrible gank by yourself. You got to keep your eyes open. A third big thing I saw, another big thing I saw was they would engage on your team, especially over here near Baron. You guys got the Baron buff, Jax was dead, and they're engaging on your team, and you recalled. That was a really bad idea because you turned a 5v4 instantly into a 4v4. So not only did you throw away a fight, but you kind of baited your team since you were right here. If you weren't even in the area, that's one thing, but since you were like feet away from the fight and you just left, that was a huge deal, my man. Other than that though, your mechanics were pretty good when you were in a fight. You landed your ultimate, you pretty much never used it too soon. After you landed your ultimate over here, you immediately queued through, which was really good. And not too many complaints on your mechanics. I did see you use your E a little bit too early a couple of times, especially in this scene right here. You were like right here and she was over here and you activated your E before you're even close to her. Just finished chasing her down. You already had your W speed up on her anyways. You could chase her down, make up the distance, and then fear her after she's used her flash. And that's pretty much it. You played really well. You knew how to play from behind. You just waited for picks and waited for them to make stupid mistakes. Overall, well played, my man. Just work on the things that I mentioned. If any of you want me to coach one of your replays, just look down the description below. Pricing and details are all there. Do note that I coach every single role. I just specialize in jungle and support. That's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. If you are higher than Diamond 5, I wouldn't recommend sending me a coaching video for a top lane, ADC, or mid lane replay. My name is KingStix. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.